From the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Friday, May 15th, 2015. I'm Ann Gownley. Another dead body has been found in the city of Hazleton. According to police, the body of a 51-year-old man was found in the front seat of a vehicle in the area of Pine and Mine Streets. The male was pronounced dead just after 9 o'clock Friday morning. Police also found 29-year-old Mary Kirkpatrick of Mine Street in the car. Police say she was in possession of a controlled substance and in possession of a stolen car. The cause of the man's death is still unknown until an autopsy is performed. The male was taken to the morgue at Wilkes-Barre General Hospital. Police have not released his name until his family is notified. Kirkpatrick was charged with receiving stolen property, unauthorized use of an automobile, and possession of a controlled substance. A Freeland man was arrested after he allegedly stole a purse and waved a knife at police when they attempted to detain him. Randy Newman was charged with simple assault, theft from a motor vehicle, drug paraphernalia, disorderly conduct, and harassment. According to Hazleton police, they responded to the intersection of First and Locust Streets for a report of a theft. Police say witnesses saw Newman steal a purse from a vehicle. When police arrived, Newman fled on foot after pulling out a knife and waving it at police. Police finally caught up to him on 6th Street and Emerald Court. Tonight, he is behind bars at the Luzerne County Prison on a warrant from adult probation. A motorcycle accident this afternoon in front of Wendy's on Church Street in Hazleton sent one man to a local trauma center. This was the scene when WYLN arrived on location. Deputy Fire Chief Sean Jones spoke with us at the scene and explained what exactly happened.
Today we were dispatched for a motorcycle accident. When we arrived on scene, we found a male laying on the ground. Witness said that he hit the railroad tracks and went airborne and crashed after that. The paramedics determined that due to his injuries, they're going to fly him to a trauma center.
Police say the man was transported to Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton by APTS for evaluation. Well, the proposed Gladstone Cargo Airport is no more. The state Supreme Court denied the appeal by Gladstone Partners LLC of Pittsburgh to build the cargo airport in East Union, Klein, and Hazel townships. When the Schuylkill County Zoning Hearing Board gave the go-ahead for a special exemption to Gladstone that did not sit well with residents in our area. East Union Township appealed to the Court of Common Pleas of Schuylkill County and won. Gladstone then appealed to the Supreme Court, but the Supreme Court refused to hear the appeal, which means the case is officially over. It all began back in 2007 and has been in and out of courtrooms since then. When the airport was proposed, Gladstone Partners said the cargo airport would bring more than 5,500 jobs to the area. Today, Eckley Miners Village received a historical blue marker, so everyone knows the importance of the small coal mining town. WYLN's Gary Perna was there and has the story.
This afternoon, a historical marker was unveiled at Eckley Miners Village. Founded in 1854, Eckley was originally called Fillmore, but the name was later changed to Eckley in remembrance and recognition of Eckley Cott, a brilliant mining engineer. The coal patch town is nestled between two mining operations, and those who worked in those mining operations lived in Eckley. The town had everything it needed: a store, a school, churches, and even medical care. But today the patch town is a reminder of what was. And that is why officials at Eckley wanted a blue historical marker placed.
I've always wanted to have a historical marker at Eckley just to acknowledge to people that pass by the importance of this site. And the John and Beth Memorial Fund, John and Beth Hansley Memorial Fund, which was administered by George and Sandra Pishko, who are members of our associates, and George was past president of the Eckley Miners Village Associates, wanted to make a contribution to the site. And since the state historical marker was on my list of things I wanted to do, the two of us got together and decided that that would be an important way to memorialize their family members and also recognize the site as well.
The marker was partially paid for by the Hensel family in honor of Dr. John and Beth Hensel. We spoke with Beth's sisters, Sandra and Augusta, about the marker.
Yes, when my sister passed, very many people gave donations in honor of her memory and donated them to Eckley Miners Village Associates, and eventually Bodie was the one who came up with the idea to buy the marker and have it here in Eckley.
The Hensels were very instrumental in establishing the Latimer Mine Massacre Memorial.
The building of the Latimer Massacre. In fact, my brother-in-law was chairman of that event. He helped, organize it, build it, and my sister was the designer of the Latimer Massacre. And they were highly interested in the labor movement, and John particularly was highly interested in labor history.
Back at Eckley, the historical blue marker was put in place right before the very busy tourist season.
Next month we start our full slate of programs and events, starting with Patchtown Days on June 27th and 28th. And then we open full-time for tours and other programs on Memorial Day weekend.
So the history of Eckley will continue for many more years to come. In Eckley, for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Thank you, Gary. A grocery store in Hazleton has been named Grocery Store of the Year by Grocery Headquarters magazine. Giant Food Stores in the Grand Central Plaza on Locust Street in Hazleton has been awarded this great honor. Store manager Janine Walchick said the store and its employees were extremely happy when they heard the news.
It's a very great honor. For us being named that, of course, there's some criteria, and Giant Foods has a very deep commitment to the community. We have very dedicated associates. Of course, our focus on buying local and also on nutrition. Add to that all the great things that are happening at Giant Foods right now. We have our Everyday Low Price program in effect, and called Project Thunder, for our associates who know it as such. And what we have done is we have lowered hundreds of prices throughout the store in our perishable departments. And the great thing, Julie, is they're lowered on prices items that people are buying every day.
Walchick was also chosen as top woman in grocery honors by Progressive Grocery Magazine.
I'm very honored and humbled by that. My name is on the award, but it takes a lot of people to make all of that action happen. I kind of like the spark. Everyone joins in any way possible that they can to help, and I have a great group here, great associates, great management support, and they all make it worthwhile.
With Giant Food Stores behind them all the way, Walchick says things can only get better for the Hazleton location. Walchick says they would also like to thank their customers for their support over the years. Congratulations to Giant Food Stores in Hazleton. Viewers who are used to watching WYLN off-air using an antenna will notice that the station is off the air today. WYLN is happy to announce that early next week we will be broadcasting with a brand new all-digital transmitter on UHF channel 35.1. This will mean clearer picture and better sound. Stay tuned to WYLN for the debut of digital UHF channel 35.1. The King of the Blues died yesterday at his home in Las Vegas. The legendary B.B. King passed away in his sleep. Clark County Coroner John Freudenberg confirmed his death. King was best known for his guitar playing. He affectionately called his Gibson guitar Lucille. He won 15 Grammys and continued to perform for audiences well into his 80s. He suffered from diabetes and collapsed during a concert in Chicago last year. He was in hospice care at his Las Vegas home. He is survived by his daughter Shirley, and funeral arrangements are currently underway. B.B. King was 89 years old. Time now for our first look at our forecast. Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is in the Weather Center with the details. Joe, what can we expect weather-wise as we head into our weekend?
Well, we got some warm temperatures to talk about. We also have the chance of some showers, even a possibility of a couple of thunderstorms out there. On radar past 6 hours, there's been some showers working their way throughout the state of Pennsylvania. Most of us, at least in our immediate viewing area across the Northeast, hasn't seen anything much, if anything, but that's changing, especially as you head out toward Columbia County. You can see the oranges, yellows indicating some of those locally heavy downpours. Temperature-wise right now, 67 in New Angola, 72 in Berwick, and 71 degrees in Danville. What can we expect this upcoming weekend? A complete 7-day forecast coming up in just a few. Ann?
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, details on the 3rd Annual Peace Officers Memorial Day in Hazleton. Plus, 5th and 6th grade students at North Schuylkill Elementary School learn the importance of Memorial Day. That and much more coming up. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News, Greater Hazleton's only local news broadcast with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Kristen Bazinski, weather with Joe Garbachik, and sports with Eric DeBerardinis and Gabriella Justin.
Express Care. Walk in and you walk into the region's most trusted health network.
Penn State is right here in the Hazleton area.
We're top ranked by corporate recruiters.
We have 4-year degrees, so you can finish here or at another Penn State campus.
There's new scholarship money available.
And there's no application fee when you visit here.
Penn State Hazleton.
Download your application fee waiver at psu.edu/visit-hazleton.
Your home should be filled with the ingredients that most inspire you. And let relaxed sophistication fill the air and the walls around it. Find beautiful cabinetry, finishes, and details that capture your personal style. Craft-made. It becomes you.
Call, click, or visit your local Craft-Made dealer today.
The community came out this afternoon to show their appreciation to the men and women of law enforcement. Our Julie Stefanovich was at today's ceremony in Hazleton and has the story.
The third annual Hazleton Peace Officers Memorial took place today on the steps of City Hall. Dignitaries in the community came out to pay tribute to the men and women who keep our neighborhoods safe. Officers from Hazleton and the surrounding areas were honored, including Detective Corporal Anthony White, who received the Officer of the Year award.
I was honored to receive the award. HPD is a department full of officers that truly deserve that award, and I'm honored to accept it on their behalf. A day like today is important for all of us, especially with everything that's going on. It's important for us all to remember those that have come before us, those that have done the job, and to try to stay together as a community and support one another.
Hazleton police officer Ernesto Valin died in the line of duty back in 1938. He was remembered this afternoon for his heroism. Dignitaries gave heartfelt speeches on the importance of the roles of our fallen heroes and those who serve and protect us today.
I think that we need the community to really honor law enforcement every day for what they do for us. They put that uniform on and they put their lives on the line every day to protect us and keep our communities safe. And I am just honored and privileged to be able to work with them every day.
Hazleton Police Chief Frank D'Andrea put the event together so that the community could come out and show their appreciation.
I think a lot of times the community is surprised to actually hear the heroic acts that law enforcement members do on a daily basis without even breaking stride. Second to that, and equally as important, is the fact that May 15th of 1938, the Hazleton Police Department lost Patrolman Ernesto Valin, who was killed in the line of duty. And his name needs to be read once a year from the steps of City Hall, lest we forget.
Mayor Joe Yanuzzi has been a staunch supporter of the Hazleton Police Department and has helped with getting the officers new vehicles and equipment since he took office.
Recognizing people who don't ask for this kind of ceremony or gratitude, they do enjoy receiving it, and we were so happy that we could recognize them. Police work is a difficult job. It's not a lot of recognition, and to recognize them publicly, it's a little bit, but it means a lot to them as individuals and as a department.
We here at WYLN would also like to extend our appreciation to the men and women who go above and beyond the call of duty. In Hazleton for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thank you, Julie. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbachik is back with a full look at our forecast. Plus, students at North Schuylkill Elementary School learned about the importance of Memorial Day, remembering our veterans, and helped place flags on the graves of those who fought for our freedoms. That and much more coming up here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
All Care Home Care.
the health care that you need in the comfort and privacy of your own home.
At All Care Home Care, our caring and compassionate staff of skilled nurses, occupational, speech, physical therapists, dietitian, social worker, and home health aides will give you the professional care you need. Call 459-3002.
With All Care Home Care, you will feel so much better and be able to do so much more.
Remember, it's still your choice. For your care, call us and we'll be there.
Your vote counts, and we know it. WYLN will have the most complete election coverage in the area. Reporters in the field and continuous updates on all the races that affect you. Interviews with those who won and those who didn't. All anchored by the most experienced political commentators in the business. 2015 election night coverage, Tuesday, May 19th, starting at 8 p.m. WYLN, we're your local network.
WYLN Weather is sponsored by Coordinated Health. Coordinated Health, we make you better together.
I grew up in Pittston. I know what it takes to live in a small town. I know a lot of these people, and they know me.
And that's why I believe everyone should have access to high-quality, affordable health care. And why I'm pleased to tell you about a new choice, Coordinated Health. I want the very best for my family, friends, and neighbors, and I know Coordinated Health
will bring a new level of patient care to the Wyoming Valley.
Well, the clouds are on the increase. It is now overcast outside here. A couple of raindrops falling, and we do have some rain from the west heading toward the east. Here's a look at the graphic for today, and overall, not that bad of a day, especially temperature-wise. We did see the sunshine, but now we have those clouds that are moving in, and with those clouds comes some rain. Here's a look at our live 35 Skycast Doppler. And you can see the rain that's moving into our viewing area. The yellows and oranges indicating some of the heavier downpours that are now falling from Shikshini up through Sweet Valley, out through Berwick, Mifflinville, Orangeville, Benton. Some locally heavy downpours at your locations, and again, all that activity making its way toward the east. Still dry from Wilkes-Barre through Pittston, down through Jim Thorpe, but won't be for much longer as some of that activity makes its way toward the east. 65 degrees, our live Lehigh Tire conditions outside our television station in Hazleton. Our Coordinated Health Almanac page for the day, 72 and 51. The split in temperature, 70 and 47 are the averages. The records still stand. Sun comes up tomorrow at 5:46 in the morning. 74 now, Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport, 67 in Williamsport, 70 in State College. A little bit cooler in Bradford, where it's only in the lower 60s. In the 70s in the Wyoming Valley area, and eventually that rain's going to start to overspread your area fairly shortly as that activity continues to make its way toward the east. And as we head into this weekend, weather's going to be a little bit unstable. A couple of showers, maybe a thunderstorm here and there. Tomorrow, and especially as we go into our Sunday, and maybe a couple of leftover ones as we go into early next week. Not expecting a complete washout, but tell you what, it's going to be a pretty warm day as we head into tomorrow. When you walk outside, what it's going to be feeling like actually should be feeling like it's about in the 80s. Not too bad. And you also have, for those of you that watch the races of the horses, if you will, in Maryland that go on this weekend, boy, it's going to be a hot one in the mid to upper 80s, maybe a thunderstorm, and it will be humid. Here's a look at the extended forecast, which we can expect over the next couple of days. Not looking bad temperature-wise, generally in the 70s, some showers and thunderstorms scattered in nature through early next week, and in a cool down with temperatures only in the 60s. Our daytime Pennsylvania lottery numbers, a pick 246, a pick 3069, and a pick 41072. We'll continue to have more for you coming up after this break.
It always feels good to pull my own part. Saves a lot of money, too.
I've never actually pulled it before, but I think it's time.
It's environmentally conscious, and it can be a lot of fun.
If you're a do-it-yourselfer who's up for an adventure, then come out to Harry's You Pull It.
Pull your own quality recycled auto parts for up to 90% off the cost of buying new. Savings like that'll keep more money in the bank, which could lead to even greater fun. Harry's You Pull It. WeGotUsed.com.
When I took office, I promised to stop Hazleton's failed financial conditions, improve the police department, and revitalize the downtown. Within the police department, here are some of the things we accomplished. And after 3 years, Hazleton's budget was balanced. Hazleton Center City is becoming vibrant again. Please re-elect me, Joe Iannuzzi, so we can continue on this positive path for our great city, Hazleton.
One back to two, one back. Both lanes coming to you. Fans here at Pocono are screaming, they're jumping up and down. Here it is, one baby.
Students at North Schuylkill Elementary School heard from veterans this morning during a special ceremony to honor them. WYLN was there and has the story. It was a day of remembrance and learning at North Schuylkill Elementary School in Fountain Springs, as students in 5th and 6th grade heard from veterans who fought for our freedoms. Memorial Day is this Monday, and with students off that day, veterans spoke to the students on the importance of remembering those who served and are still serving our country. Tom Dando, the chaplain for the Ashland American Legion, founded this program at North Schuylkill and believes it is extremely important that the children hear from our veterans and learn of the sacrifices they made while serving.
Years ago, when I was assistant principal at Pottsville Area School District at John S. Clark, the Pottsville Joint Veterans Council did this. And when I saw that, I knew it had to be something, or it should be something that we do here. So we started this particular program. We also visit the high school every Memorial Day too, because we believe it's important that we get the message to kids about the sacrifices that many have given so that we live in this country with the freedom that we have.
Veterans from the American Legion and VFWs from Ashland, Frackville, and Girardville took part in this morning's program. Dando hopes that this program continues on into the future so our veterans are never forgotten.
It's just as important for us, for the kids to understand about these sacrifices, especially on Memorial Day, when we're honoring those who died in service to their country. And if we don't do this, if somebody doesn't do this, eventually we're afraid everybody will forget, and we never want that to happen. The greatest sin of all would be to let the youth of this nation forget about the sacrifices of those who gave their lives for this country and those veterans who've served their country.
Maggie Manofsky, acting principal at North Schuylkill Elementary School, believes today's program for the children was eye-opening and hopes that they walk away with an understanding of what our veterans do and continue to do for our country.
I think it's fantastic because they need to realize all the sacrifices that were made for them, for their freedoms. And by coordinating with Mr. Dando and the rest of the Legion, they're able to experience what they went through and then have a follow-through of learning about the flags, but then going to the cemeteries and actually placing those flags to honor them and then honor the families. And I think it's very important at this grade for them to realize that and appreciate what was done for them.
Once the program in the gymnasium ended, students boarded buses and headed to cemeteries in Fountain Springs, Ashland, and Frackville to place flags on the grave sites of our veterans. Flag by flag, students placed them in grave markers to honor our veterans and let them know that they will never be forgotten.
I don't know, I'm kind of glad that we get to do it because we get a chance to hold the flags for the veterans that have all died.
It feels great because I like helping with the flags, and it feels nice to help the veterans that have been killed.
I think it's really nice and very patriotic and very respectful to everyone that we can come out here and do that.
I think they don't even realize when they go to a cemetery that the markers are there for veterans who have served. And now all of a sudden when you see this cemetery filled with flags, it gives them an idea of what a lot of men and women have served this country and that we still remember and respect their service.
Veterans also spoke with high school students at North Schuylkill. Dando hopes that the program will continue long into the future and students remember the things they learned this morning and carry it with them whenever they meet a veteran. Coming up next, Eric DeBaradinas is in with sports here on WYLN.
During these changing times, is your insurance program up to date? I'm local Allstate agent Gary McNeilis. I invite you to come into our office or give us a call. We'll help you be sure that you have the proper coverage to take care of all your family's needs at a price you can afford. Now more than ever, you need to be in good hands to protect everything that's important to you. Our team of insurance professionals and I will be honored to serve you. Are you in good hands?
Spring is here and summer is on the way. Stop by Smith Floral Company for all your garden needs. Vegetable plants, bedding plants, hanging baskets, perennials, herbs, and more. Ask about their beautiful cemetery logs and tributes. Smith Floral Company is under new ownership with the same friendly staff to help you. Delivery worldwide.
On Wednesday, Pottsville softball captured the Schuylkill League championship. On Thursday, their baseball counterparts looking to make it a title sweep for the Crimson Tide. Pottsville enters ranked 17 in the state, facing 21st ranked Blue Mountain. Penn State-bound ace Eli Nabholz out there for the Tide in the first. He fans Sean Greenwalt to end the inning. To the bottom of the second, Greenwalt in a bit of trouble on the mound. Pottsville's Gavin Hinchliff lays down the bunt. Greenwalt's throw to first, off target, allowing brother Connor Hinchliff to cross for the game's first run. Then Eric Wapinski finds a gap and Pottsville plates another run. They show they're fine-tuned on the fundamentals. Another bunt and another run for Pottsville. Next, pro prospect Travis Blankenhorn rips it down the first base line. It stays fair, a 4-run frame for the Division I winner, who goes on to become the back-to-back Schuylkill League winner, Pottsville the champs, by a 9-5 final. There haven't been many bright spots in the Phillies organization this season, but 22-year-old Michael Franco has been able to shine through the ugly baseball. Today, the top prospect got the call-up from the Iron Pigs to Philadelphia. Franco leaves the Lehigh Valley on a season-high 10-game hitting streak and as the International League leader in hits, doubles, extra base hits, total bases, and RBI. Last night, it was the Pigs and Red Wings dueling in Rochester. Jordan Danks at the dish. Up the middle he goes, sending in 2, including Franco. Lehigh Valley wins their 3rd straight on the road, 6-5, the extra innings final. Tonight, the 11-24 Iron Pigs with Game 2 in a 4-game series against the Red Wings, and the Rail Riders at Durham again with a chance to reach 500 following a Thursday night rout of the Bulls. In the pros, the Phillies aim for 3 straight. Franco will play 3rd and bat 5th in the lineup. The first-place Yankees begin a 3-game tilt with the first-place Royals, and the slumping Mets get the Brewers, the team with the worst record in the majors. And 2 Game 6s in the NBA, the Wizards and Grizzlies both at home trying to stave off elimination. News from the world of college basketball. Next season, the shot clock will be reduced from 35 seconds to 30 seconds. Now, if we can only get a shot clock itself introduced in Pennsylvania high school hoops. Anyways, tonight on Late Edition, we'll have highlights from District 2 baseball playoffs. But next, Joe Garbacic is in with a final look at the forecast.
1 back to 2, 1 back. Both lanes coming to you. Fans here at Pocono are screaming. They're jumping up and down. Here it is, one baby. Yes! Yes! We did it! The checkered flag. First down, brother. First down. I want to see some donuts right now.
Well, there is a look at the extended forecast and what we can expect the next few days. We got some scattered showers, maybe a thunderstorm, but again, not going to be a complete washout any of those days, and then it gets cooler as we go into middle part and any part of next week.
All right, well, we have some rain, I guess, to look for.
Yeah, we need the rain.
Looking forward to the races of the horses.
Yes.
Cannot
sounds
wait.
Like such a good time, the races of the horses.
Is that what I said?
Yeah.
What can I say?
Animals tomorrow. That's what he's referring to.
Have a good night, everyone.
See you Monday.
And stay dry.